Hi everybody! Now in today's video I have something really special for you that I've been working on for about a month now. And I'm hoping it's going to help a lot of people. I'm hoping it's going to help my patients as well as people. I'm going to offer this to anybody through my website. But for most of you who know me, you know that I attend a ton of seminars. And I'm talking probably 15 to 20 seminars a year, every single year. To me, it's not good enough to be an average doctor. I think there's always new things to learn. There's always new ways to help people. And so I go to seminars all the time because I just want to make sure that I'm giving the best care possible to my patients. Well, most of these seminars that you attend, they're okay. Sometimes I might get one or two things out of them, which I still feel like it's worth it to do, just because I feel like it makes me a better doctor. But there was a particular seminar I attended about a month ago that blew my mind. I learned so much from this seminar, information that I had never heard before, that I know probably most of you may have never heard before. And the topic of the seminar was about environmental toxins and how they're causing cancer, heart disease, and other major illnesses that are basically causing early deaths in America. And it was absolutely fascinating. Now, obviously, for those of you who do know me, you know that my father passed away from cancer, and so it's a topic that I find particularly interesting. I don't ever want to go down that path. If you've ever known somebody personally who's gone through cancer and who's gone through the treatments of cancer, you know that it is a terrible disease. It's horrible to watch somebody go through it, and the constant ups and downs of people, you know, starting to get better and then not getting better and things getting worse. I mean, it's a terrible thing to experience with the person that you care about. And so for me, the reason I actually signed up for this seminar was because primarily, I just wanted to learn some things about how to avoid ever going through that myself. And let me tell you, it was a 12-hour seminar, and the information was incredible. So here's what I've done for you. I've actually put together a report for you that you can download on my website. Now, of course, if you're watching this from YouTube or whatever, you will have to go to the website in order to download this. It's free of charge. You do not have to give your name or anything like that. You can download it directly underneath this video. But what you want to do is you want to go to my website. It's drdaulton.com. You can see it at the bottom of the screen here. If you go to the top of the screen, you'll see a link that says videos. It's going to give you two options. There's health videos and there's other videos. Go to the other videos one, click on that, and if you scroll down, you're going to see this video, which is basically going to be titled something about chemical toxins and cancer, all right? And directly under the video, or somewhere close to it, you should see a link where you can download the report that I made. It's only about 10 pages long, but basically what I did was I took the information that I learned from the seminar, I summarized it for you, I talk about all of the most common toxins that cause these diseases and affect your health. I also talk about any of the foods that he recommended that you can eat on a regular basis to try to clean some of these toxins out of your body. Nutritional supplements the doctor talked about a lot, so I have a list of nutritional supplements that you can take that will give you strong antioxidants and basically help you fight these chemicals and get them out of your system so that they don't cause the damage that's leading to all of these diseases. You know, one of the things, if you're not familiar with cancer, that I discovered, and I kind of knew this, but I thought it was really interesting how he talked about it, but you know, cancer is actually an overgrowth of the regular cells in your body. And what happens is that all of that is controlled by genetics. You see, what we know about the human body is that every single cell has a lifespan. And the lifespan is different depending on the type of cell that it is. For example, red blood cells, they die off within about 30 days and they have to be replaced. You know, other tissues take longer. For bone cells, it takes about 7 years for every single bone cell in your body to become a brand new cell. Now, why does the body do this? Well, of course, because this is how it expands your life so that you live a longer life. But all of this is controlled by your genes. And so what happens is that if you've got your genes, which we're just going to kind of draw them like this, there is a gene that causes the cell to die, and there is a gene that causes the cell to be replaced. Well, what happens is that every single time that your cells replicate, part of this gene disappears. So basically, eventually, it kind of gets eaten away like this, and then eventually that process doesn't happen anymore, and that's when the body actually dies. Well, what we've discovered is that these chemical toxins, what they do is they stop that natural progression. So they stop the genes that are causing the cell to die, and they increase the reproduction of the cells. So what you end up having is that these cells are not dying like they're supposed to, but they keep replicating. And so you get multiple cells that are built up, and that's what cancer actually is. It's when you have all these cells growing that are not supposed to be growing. Now you may wonder, well, why does my body not recognize that this is happening and deal with this on its own? Well, the reason is because these are actually your original cells. So the immune system of the body is only designed to recognize foreign invaders and attack them. But if you have something going on within your body that's supposed to be there, which in this case it would be your normal cells, the immune system isn't even going to recognize that anything is wrong, and so it can't take care of the problem like you would expect it to with other illnesses. Okay, it's just a completely different beast of its own. And the other thing that makes cancer so complicated is that even if you go through chemotherapy, there's something called cancer stem cells. And what these cancer stem cells are their cells that are left over and that are resistant to the chemotherapy, which means that the chemotherapy did not kill them off and will not kill them off. And those cells are left there all the time, and this is the reason that cancer tends to reoccur. Even if a person is in remission, they still have these cancer stem cells, and that's why the cancer will tend to come back again at some point in time. And of course, you know, if you've ever been through this, that when the cancer does return, usually it's much more aggressive, it's much harder to treat, and it's a lot more difficult of a problem to deal with at that point in time. So the information from this class that I took and that I put together in this article for you is going to make a huge difference for you, because these are things that you can do on a daily basis to try to avoid letting this happen inside of your body. And by the way, this doesn't just cause cancer. I'm kind of talking about cancer because, like I said, that's what I was interested in. But these chemicals are also related to heart disease. They're related to brain problems, like, for example, people who develop Parkinson's disease, autism, multiple sclerosis, Lou Gehrig's disease or ALS. Nervous system diseases are particularly common related to these toxins because toxins tend to get stored in fat. And the majority of your nervous system is actually fat. So it's a scary, scary thing. What you're going to learn in this article, I think you're going to find very, very interesting, and it's going to help you deal with so many different problems or avoid so many different problems if you can just implement some of the things that I talk about in the article. Okay? So go ahead, if you're interested in that, go to the website right now. Like I said, it's drdaulton.com. Go to the top, put your cursor over the videos link, click on the one that says other videos, find this video that talks about chemical toxins, and you'll see that there should be a link there where you can download this report for free. And like I said, I really hope it helps you. If there's somebody else that you think would be interested in that, refer them to the website to download the article also. Anybody can download this information, and I really hope that you find it interesting and that it helps you quite a bit. All right, thank you so much for listening to me on this video. I hope you found it helpful, and we will talk to you again soon.